Growing up.
From Black Can.
I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared too.
Meanwhile, you think it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy. That was...
They were my best friends. Growing up.
From Black Can.
I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared too.
Meanwhile, you think it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy. That was...
They were my best friends. Growing up.
From Black Can.
I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared too.
Meanwhile, you think it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy. That was...
They were my best friends. Growing up.
From Black Can.
I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared too.
Meanwhile, you think it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy. That was...
They were my best friends. Growing up.
From Black Can.
I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared too.
Meanwhile, you think it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy. That was...
They were my best friends. Growing up.
From Black Can.
I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared too.
Meanwhile, you think it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy. That was...
They were my best friends. Growing up.
From Black Can.
I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared too.
Meanwhile, you think it smelled like straight horse booty, bro.
Welcome to Tabletop Topics. I'm your host, Jeff.
And of course, Jeff, guys, if you want to watch our ugly mugs on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we're on Facebook, Kick, Twitch, and also listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and now YouTube Music. We also have our YouTube channel, one word, Tabletop Topics, our Triple T's Clips channel, and our TikTok. So if you click on the link, it'll take you directly to the episodes. And of course, we have timestamps so you can navigate throughout. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notification bell, and of course, leave us a comment. Again, guys, thank you again for joining us at the tabletop. Let's jump right into it.
Yeah.
Damn, not everybody
Oh, man. Why y'all look
normal. Man. Hey.
What?
Hey.
I never thought I would hear that question in my life.
Well, I mean, technically, I'm wearing a shirt that says, I got to see the candy first.
What do you mean? This is my xenomorph cosplay. Y'all see that? Yeah. See?
I got a Halloween shirt that says, I got to see the candy first before I get in the van. I'm not stupid.
It's my xenomorph.
Yeah. See? I'm not stupid. I got to see the candy first before I get in the van. Now we'll bring back the costumes on Tuesday, and of course our mysterious new costumes came in for our Thursday episode with Smoke.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be.
I'm
not gonna lie to you, Jeff. I'm gonna be hot as shit, bro.
Nah, we're gonna be sweating, dog. That's the only thing. It's only, bro, you don't remember, the roach costume. I look greasy as fuck, bro.
But I wasn't sweating though.
Crazy.
I was comfortable.
Dog, I was shiny. I was platinum.
Oh
What
my
the fuck?
god.
What the fuck? Smoke! Yes, sir.
Yeah.
First in line. Bald heads in the chat.
First in line, he laughs. What you talking about?
What you mean? He's right there. Bald heads in the chat. We fucking love it. Snot worm. You got numbered. Your burner account just got exposed.
It did.
7893. Is that your social security? Snot.
We know it now.
Spooky action.
Spooky action for real.
Spooky action. Odin is with you. Oh, what's up with these new names?
Everybody decided to change
Everyone's
their name.
getting a new name.
It's like every 30 days, bro. Every 30 days.
Oh, we love it.
We got black coffee. We got daily nutrition. We got Odin is with us.
Yeah.
Lord Fuzzy Nuts.
Shrimp. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bald heads in the chat.
Yeah.
Daily Fitrition. Yo, what's up, Jimmy? How we doing, man? Fuzzy. Jeff looked like he going out tonight after this.
Oh, because you wearing your chain.
What is this, Thursday night?
Oh man, it is Thursday night.
Bro, that brings me back, bro. Thirsty Thursdays, man.
Remember
What
that?
was that was at there was one specific place who did that.
It was
Rusty's. It was Rusty's.
Rusty's did do that.
Rusty's used to do that Thursdays.
What was remember the nightclub in Naples? What was that one called?
Visions
didn't do something on Thursdays.
I think so, but like I think that was like the young adult night or some shit like that.
Yes, you're right. It was basically the 18 and up can go in, and then every other night was 21 and up.
Right, and they would give you a band if you were under 21.
The 18 and up is what made them the most money because of course the guys and the girls would come to that nightclub. But no, man, I remember that, bro. Naples was the people in Naples were trying so hard to get rid of that nightclub,
bro, because Naples is just straight retirement fucking Italy, bro.
Yep. Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like they're trying so hard to get rid of the degeneracy in their area.
That's crazy.
Go
now
ahead.
they dropping like flies.
Well, yeah, for sure. Now they brought all the young people to Estero.
But they still got
Bonita,
okay. right,
Fort Myers.
Yeah. Lee County is
basically.
Lee County is where it's gonna pop off.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like like we always say, Florida is turning young.
Right, bro. I was driving down Daniels the other day. This is probably old as fuck, but we have a brewery out here.
Yeah,
on Daniels.
We have several.
Several.
There's a brewery on.
Now, do they
Bell
distribute? Like, do they, or is it just like, hey, come check out our brewery? We're a startup type shit.
They do a tour. So you basically tour the brewery, see how they make their stuff, and then at the end of the tour, you can buy.
But my question is their product on shelves?
That I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
right?
that I don't know.
I've seen some Florida beers on shelves.
So what I would have to do, because we have a lot of Florida beers in our store, but what I would have to do is I would have to go to the brewery to find that, because I know we have some Fort Myers beers on our shelves too.
I feel that.
Yeah, but I would have to actually go into the brewery to be like, okay, that's where
this is what it is.
That's what's being.
Because I don't mind. I think that's pretty nice. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to the whole Skyplex.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Project, which is gonna suck because I'll probably be 40 by the time.
Well, it's gonna be done when we're. Well, I'll be 40. You'll be like 30, 36.
Yeah, I'm still gonna be unk as fuck, bro. I'm gonna be OG as hell. What am I gonna be doing out there? Right?
But again, like we said, Florida's growing. Southwest Florida's growing, and they're building a lot here. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens.
Odin says YouTube is exposing us. Lawsuit. Hey y'all, get y'all. Hey, claim y'all check, bro.
Yep.
Claim that check, class action.
Was it showing their real name now?
I don't know. It probably showing like their fucking actual like secret username. Because you know how you have your account name and then you could make like your username.
Yeah.
And then it's something like that probably.
No, I feel it, bro.
But that could be on Restream's end, so it's up in the air. So if you guys want to sue them, Snot, you'll be 40 and not look a day different. Aww. I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. Maybe it's just stay happy. Stay happy, stay young.
Well, remember what I was talking to you about, what was it, this morning or yesterday? Where everyone thinks I'm married.
Yeah, you give married energy, bro.
Yeah,
I've
had three women that are in relationships think that I'm married because they're like, oh, your wife works at this store. I'm like, I don't have a wife. Your girlfriend? I'm like, I don't have a girlfriend. I said, I got a dog.
My question is, who did they think you were?
I don't know. I gotta ask
who the fuck did they think you were? They said milk nut glasses. Yeah, it's that nigga Jeff.
I look like every other nigga.
Bald milk nut.
You see how
beard combo.
You see
That's crazy.
You see how reflective the cranium is.
Crazy work.
I'm telling you.
Rocky Ioza.
Rocky these nuts.
This whole world shall know light skin. Rocky! Is this your real name? Rocky, a.k.a.
Balboa.
Rocky, a.k.a. What if he's one of our chatters with his like new name? Okay, guys, are you guys actually going back and changing your usernames? That's
Are they? Or is that? Damn,
Is this a prank?
That's crazy. Oh yeah, they probably discussed it on Discord.
Is this a prank?
Because they know we're not on there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You be like, yeah, we got new viewers. Nah, nigga, it's us, bro. Psych, bitch. What the hell?
Oh man.
Snot says, how does a person act married? No, energy.
It's the energy.
Aura.
Yeah, because usually when a lot of people, what I've learned is when a lot of people are in good relationships, they give off that energy.
Aura.
Yeah. So, but because I'm happy all the time,
like you look like you're taking care of someone really well.
So and I'm not gonna lie, this is what I did. I asked two of my associates today. I asked my team leader and I asked one of my associates. I said, "Do I give off married energy?" And they're like, "Yes, because you're always happy." I'm like, "Am I supposed to be?"
Wait, niggas are supposed to be happy in marriage?
Not today.
Not the fucking day.
Not today.
Snot says it's because you don't flirt with them.
No, I don't.
Nah, Jeff don't flirt.
I don't flirt. I just talk.
Just,
my talking comes off as
Jeff
flirting.
just be yapping.
I just yeah.
And then the resonance of the voice be vibrating and shit. You know what I'm saying?
He's like,
What the fuck?
You what?
oh man.
Jimmy says, nah, Jeff, you look like you're Dr. Umar married.
Hey, yo!
My dog been playing in the snow, boy.
The snow.
What?
Them snow bunnies.
He said he played in the snow, bro.
Oh, man.
He said, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. What the fuck?
You know me. I love women.
Spooky action. This Debo. Damn, Debo. What is this, man? What is this? You guys pranking us? Debo changed that name, bro. No, YouTube is showing our ad. I changed it. Damn.
I think they're literally showing it.
Oh, that's spooky.
Yeah, they're showing their ads.
Snot says, no, Odin says, I ain't changing the damn thing. I'm too lazy. Snot says, when people get in relationships, they gain weight, so they think Jeff has been in a committed relationship. Yeah, you've been maintaining that. You know what I'm saying? Like the upkeep, bro.
What are you talking about? I'm down.
Like you just be upkeeping.
But she said people gain weight. I didn't gain weight. I lost weight.
Well, like you're a teddy bear. You have teddy bear. What did CC say? Seahorse. Nigga at the finish line energy. Forrest Gump energy.
That's not what I'm trying to do, guys.
Forrest Gump energy. I don't know. You just got to switch something up, bro.
I don't know, man. You know, how tight does the shirt have to be?
I don't know. You just got to switch something up. You're not giving hunter vibes.
Oh, man. I'm giving gather vibes. Is that what it is?
No. You're giving provider. You're giving, you know what I'm saying? The father that stepped up.
I will take care of your kids forever.
That's the energy you give it. I don't know.
Oh, man.
That's up for you to.
I'm the guy that will read a book instead of cheat on the weekends.
You know what I'm saying? You give stay inside energy. You know what
man. Oh, man.
That's not a bad thing.
I will build things.
None of these are bad qualities.
No, Jeff, I will build things for you if it's broken.
You give I'll build you some shit energy.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I got you. No, but I think that's what it was. So I had to ask a couple of the what's that?
Debo the Giant. They try to hack us.
Oh man.
Oh man. I know you've been losing weight, but that wasn't the point. It's your chesticles, bald head. That makes people think you're bigger than you are.
Oh man.
Keep Jeff away from them schools.
On Halloween.
Young man, I'm your father, head ass. Type shit, bro.
For real.
What? They be giving
For
lessons
real.
and
I'm
shit.
telling you.
Like
I gotta talk to you guys
providing
about my words.
Wisdom. Sit down here, son. You know, back in when I was your age, you know.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you know, I just finished reading the book Outwitting the Devil, and now I'm on the what is it called?
Just let them.
Just Let Them. Now I'm reading my next book. It's called Just Let Them. How to not stress yourself out in everything in life and stop worrying about everybody else or trying to make them like you, feel better about yourself, trying to help them out. You just got to let them do what they're going to do. And it's like a 300-page book. So I'm physically reading that right now. So I'm on my Unk vibe right now. So I'm just letting you guys like reading the book. So yeah, but like I said, I enjoy reading, and anybody who can give me a nonfiction suggestion in a book when I finish reading, just let them. I'll jump on to the next one. But yeah, man, Jeff.
Yeah.
What are we talking about today?
What are we talking about, sir?
You should be asking me that question.
Yeah, that's what I just did.
So we're not gonna do anything too crazy. Just a little bit lighthearted. We're just basically gonna talk about. Well, I have a collection of horror films that you guys can see in the background, but also just to kind of give us a perspective of how has horror changed.
Sissy!
What up?
Yeah.
And of course, you guys can chime in because you've seen every different types of horror films, whether it be suspense, whether it be gory, all that stuff like that. And we're kind of just talking about what's up. What'd she say?
Bruce fucking died.
Hold on. Watch this. Bruce. All right, we're good. He's still alive.
I ain't even giving the command. Bruce play dead.
Oh, man. He's like, what? I'm sleeping.
Yeah, he probably gonna slump right back.
Yeah. So we're just basically talking about the evolution of horror films from the 1930s to now, how they are. Would people from the 1950s be able to watch our films today? Because remember when people watched The Exorcism, they literally had to go to psych wards. They've had heart attacks. They've had to be sent to the hospital, psych evaluations, all that stuff like that. And what's up?
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Oh, because you keep reading the comments.
Yes, sir. I can multi.
I don't like that.
Like, what
I
the
like
fuck?
to feel like you're.
You've known me for 30 fucking years.
Listen
I've been
here.
doing that my whole life.
Listen here. All right. You might as well say 31.
Oh, man. What?
Yeah. And, of course, you guys will chime in.
But go ahead. Oh, fucking. All right. Let me. Debo says Bryce. I'm dead. Crazy way to sleep. Bruce, a member of the clan. The way I sleep, people think I'm dead.
Oh,
That's
everyone
crazy.
thought Bruce was dead? Yeah, because we're just going to take a...
Not wake up in a morgue with a toe tag. What? What?
Oh, man.
Oh, no, that wasn't Snot. That was CC. My fault. Yeah, CC.
Oh, man.
I'm dead.
Who the fuck is
Who the
Bryce?
fuck is Bryce?
I think he meant to put Bruce.
But I just have a low heart rate. Yeah, Baldhead has the same thing. What is it, 52 beats per minute?
57, I believe.
57 beats per minute.
Yeah, they tell you I got to run his heart rate.
Spooky action. That boy has no pulse. And he sleeps silent. He don't snore either. And he tuts.
I'll tut.
He tuts. On his back, arms straight to the side. This motherfucker don't move. Toes don't twitch. Eyes don't blink. Nothing. It's the spookiest shit you ever seen in your life.
But if the fan turns off or I hear a noise I don't recognize, I'll wake up.
I feel that,
I'm
right.
a light sleeper.
That's spooky.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the weirdest fucking thing. I hate that.
I'm a light sleeper.
Nigga will fall asleep watching a movie with the surround sound.
Yep.
But I twist the doorknob.
Man.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
I'm like, oh, you put that down.
Never sleep with a bed Glock, sir. Ever.
57
Beats per minute. Do we spin bars too, or just DJ?
Oh man, I think this is just gonna be a comment show, bro.
Man.
Oh man.
That's. I think everyone does that. Jeff does what?
Does what?
I wake up when I hear a sound that.
I
got you right. I feel that.
Yeah.
Not me though.
Nah, some people. Jeff doesn't wake up, bro.
Not me though. Absolutely.
Jeff,
not.
like his 9 alarms will go off and he won't wake up. I knock on the door.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Every day's a heart attack. Every day's a mini fucking aneurysm.
Oh man, he's one step closer.
Yep. just the tightness in my chest every fucking day.
No, I bet. I
It's
bet.
crazy work.
I bet it is crazy.
Anxiety levels through the roof.
Yeah, I bet.
Bruce be at y'all's bedside with a blick.
Bro.
Oh, man. Bruce just be breathing in your ear like, Mama, let me whisper. Hey, little mama, let me
Whisper in your ear. I sent you something, Joe. So these are like just, if you scroll up, there's 10 questions.
I bet.
Yeah, so I mean, you can like mix and match it how you want and ask me, or then we can kind of dive into whatever you want to discuss. But
Okay, bet. All right, I'll follow along. But where we left off, yeah, how has horror changed?
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
you said motherfuckers was getting sent to the psych ward.
yeah, especially with the Exorcist, and that's the crazy thing. That's one of the films I'm surprised I don't have, because I have a couple old school horror films, but that's one of them that I realize I haven't accommodated or added to the collection. But no, man,
What, The Exorcist?
Yeah, I don't have any exorcism films. Zero. Look at it.
That's almost blasphemous. I'm not even gonna lie. That's actually kind of crazy.
I know it is.
What? Spooky shit, sir.
Yeah. So no, I mean, like I said, anything somebody recommends me or anything that catches my eye, I'll watch it, and then of course, you know me, once a year, on November, I'll buy some films, add it to my collection. But no, yeah, man, it's just like what was that?
Go ahead, keep going.
It's just like
this motherfucker.
Oh man, my inside voice is like, this nigga is
I'm
just reading,
listening.
reading comments every time.
Show me close my eyes.
Yes. Look at me, I am the captain now. Look at me now, I am the captain.
Why do I gotta look at you?
Oh man.
Why do I gotta look at you? Then they're
Oh,
gonna see
man.
my xenomorph form. What the fuck? I don't want that to be the fucking still frame the
He's gonna
entire
be like,
video.
let me create a still art of my xenomorph.
But go ahead.
Nah, man. So yeah, I mean, the evolution of horror films has been different, and even animated films like
What's an animated horror?
Coraline. You got Well, not like horror, but how do I say this? Like just animated.
Like, how would you even break down horror? Because like, what separates a horror from thriller
Well, cause
or a suspense?
yeah,
How would you classify horror?
Well, cause some people, stunt motion. Some kids are afraid of stunt motion, especially the way they create the monsters. Cause you know when like Tim Burton, for example, when he visually does stunt motion.
Stop motion.
Oh, stop motion.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
my fault. When he visually does stop motion, it's mostly for adults. You know, every film that's created is mostly for adults. So it's like when you see the weird stuff and you read the lore behind it, it's kind of like eerie, like Coraline.
I feel that, right?
Coraline. The reason why, like, if you heard the theory of Coraline, they said her parents are dead. She lives alone, which is why there's barely any breakfast on the table. She's the only two people that they talk to.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So why does everyone have like fucking schizophrenia?
And
Every single, hey, it's a kid who's dead. Parents are dead. They see ghosts. They see things. They talk to people. You know, I always funneled it down to that whole fucking Angelica from Rugrats shit.
oh, and how everybody has actually
Everyone's
died.
just dead. You know what I'm saying? There's even like, I don't know, every fucking theory. Yeah, they're just everyone's
Schizophrenia?
Dead. Schizophrenia.
Well, I mean, I didn't even say schizophrenia.
no, I know. But
yeah.
like, you essentially, that's what you're describing. Right?
Well, yeah, for sure. And then she doesn't talk to anybody or anything like that. She's essentially by herself. Oh, it's like Frankenweenie. Like, we can use Frankenweenie for an example. Like, this is a perfect film. He doesn't have any friends. He brings back the dead of
Spooky action.
Yeah.
Nigga played God.
yeah. And of course, Tim Burton did it for Disney, and then of course he left.
My question is, isn't there a theory, or are you going to bring that up?
Yes, the theory.
Yeah.
So essentially, the dog from Frankenweenie is the dog from Corpse Bride.
Corpse Bride.
Same name too, Spike.
Yeah, Spike.
So the reason why this is different is because he left and went to WB for Corpse Bride. So technically he can separate it, but it's been confirmed by him that it is
continuity.
Continuity.
Right? So
yeah.
he is the Frankenweenie kid.
Yes. So essentially he is the kid. So if you watch Frankenweenie, you gotta watch it in order too, and it will make sense. And he looks just like the kid.
Right, of course, and the dog.
Yeah.
Right?
So essentially, Frankenweenie, he brings back the dog, and Corpse Bride, he brings back a bride.
He brings back.
Yeah.
A
So
bride.
and then essentially, the ending is he becomes the king of Scare himself, which is Jack. Yeah. From the Nightmare Before.
But my question is, how old is Jack though? Is he like thousands of years old? Like, you see what I'm saying?
Well, time is an illusion in the reality.
I feel that, right? Snots. No. Cece says, the Corpse Bride is my fave of all time. I used to watch it every day when I was like 5 or 6. And my mom wanted to send me to a psychiatrist. That's crazy. Spooky action. No, I feel that. Mom was the same, especially if you got like island parents. Like
oh yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Lugau.
Oh,
What?
Job or Lugau, bro.
Lugau.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Demons. We
Demon.
don't. Yeah.
Voodoo.
Voodoo.
What the fuck?
Hell yeah.
Couldn't watch it. Don't scary
demonic
movies around
shit.
Mom, bro.
Every time we watch. No, when we were remember when we were watching Chucky as kids. What did we have to do? We'd be like, is mom sleeping? Can we turn on Chucky?
Sleeping?
Or she'd be like, don't watch that.
Don't watch that
Yeah.
shit.
I mean, she tells us to not watch it for a reason.
Type shit.
But
Snot says remains of the day still go hard.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? Remains of the day.
Oh, you would have to.
Oh, Google it.
Let's Google that real quick. I've been hearing a lot from yeah, but like I said, it all depends because like Cece said, her parents saw that remains of the day. Like her parents saw that, and then they automatically assumed that she needed to go see a psychiatrist. So it's like to them that's something that's weird and morbid and scary, and it's
right.
But for us as kids, we're like, oh my gosh, animated. It's like watching James and the Giant Peach. You see
I'm not even gonna lie, James and the Giant Peach freaked me the fuck.
I know you see a giant centipede, you see a
fucking
giant spider,
crazy.
you see all that shit like that. So it's
was
like,
that his like first movie, right?
yeah, that was no, I think it was
stop motion.
With stop.
James and the Giant Peach. Yeah, that movie came out like 97, 98.
When did no 20th anniversary edition? Nah, bro. I think it was
Nightmare came out before
Nightmare.
James and the bull. I feel like Nightmare had way better.
Let's Google this.
Yeah, let's Google it.
Guy will tell us the truth.
Google it.
It's a song from the Corpse Bride, and the actual show popped up. Oh man. What's the date on that?
1996.
And then what's the date on
it's not on the thing.
hold on. I would have to look for that, bro.
1993. Oh,
yeah. So essentially I think after he did after he did Batman, he jumped onto the Nightmare Before Christmas.
I feel that.
So, and then once he did that, of course, he jumped into that, and then of course he started doing the prequels for the Corpse Bride because these are more recent. These are like the 2000s.
Right. I feel like he thought of that later on. Like,
oh yeah.
Hey,
for
what
sure.
if I just made it like a?
But do it for two different companies and then lie to them.
I don't think he was thinking that deep. I just think he was gonna go with whatever company was gonna help him.
Oh, okay.
Flesh out his
So
story
Disney
type
helped him
shit,
in the
right,
90s,
you
and then
feel me?
he jumped on to Warner
feel me?
Brothers to help him with Frankenweenie, and then jumped back to Disney to do.
Yeah. I thought you was talking about the movie Snot.
Yeah. We thought she's talking about a song in the thing, but that's what I'm saying. So it's, horror to a lot of parents were different things, and that's why I really wanted to talk about like the evolution of horror, because it's like now, back in the day, Chucky to us was horrifying. Like we couldn't watch it. We had to cover our eyes. We're like, oh my god, the doll just ran across the room. That was freaking us the fuck out. We watch it now and we just laugh.
Well, my thing is, right, because you brought up the question, if we took people from the 50s and brought them here and show, like, I don't think they'd be scared. I think they'd be confused. Because there's certain concepts you would have to, like, you'd have to really get across to even elicit fear. It's like, how do I know what to be afraid of?
Well, you know how they so you know how directors back in the day would put this sound, this low vibrational sound to make you
like this subsonic frequency.
To make your body react a certain way. They could I believe they would just add that to today. And on top of that, the jump scares are ridiculous. You get what I'm saying? So it's like when we were watching Insidious and the red guy was right behind the chair and we didn't see the red guy behind the chair. Right. And then it wasn't even like a jump. It just appeared. And that freaked us the fuck out.
Here's what I'm saying, right? The horror makes sense because there's certain concepts we understand about society today.
But exorcisms were a thing. Like even the ghost stuff, like Insidious.
I feel that.
You see what I'm saying? So the Insidious.
Right. I got you.
Yeah. So,
but like, would the special effects hit them the same way?
It would probably freak them out even more because it's more like.
Because like you watch fucking boomers watch these horror movies and they're just fucking stone faced.
But they've evolved with the films. You get what I'm saying?
I got you.
So, but if we were to take them from like
right, just pluck them out,
drop them in, like the same thing. It's like the same theory with a smartphone. If we pluck a smartphone from now to 2000, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?"
Right.
Because people are on flip phones and click. They're doing the. You get what I'm saying? So it's like seeing something like that is like, it's like eerie, and it's like, how can my brain process this? You see what I'm saying? And then the more realistic it is, like, people were amazed when they saw Sam Raimi's 2002 Spider-Man.
Right.
For the technology of its time.
For the effects.
Yeah, for the effects. Because everything was practical. So they would literally use animatronics. Like, even when you watch, like, Ninja Turtles back in the 80s, it was just mouth-moving animatronics. And that's something they prepared people for because they had the cartoon out in the early 80s. So it's like, oh, if you see it in real life, it's not going to be as freaky as it is now. Like, we were even questioning what Transformers would look like in 2007. And then when we saw it, it was fucking amazing.
Right.
We thought it was just going to be some 3D retarded looking shit, but it didn't look that way.
Like some Roblox Minecraft shit.
And then when we saw Optimus Prime transform,
like the transformations wouldn't even make any sense.
Yeah,
like he'd just be a fucking.
Because when you watch the cartoon, it's like and then they're done. This one was like very detailed. You
saw squares just phasing into their chest.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Hey, there you go.
Oh yeah, for sure. So, but it's like when you watched it now, when you think about it now, you're like, okay, so we slowly went through the process of so you and I grew up in the 90s watching Jason, Freddy, all that stuff like that. So we've evolved at the time. So now the films today aren't nothing. You get what I'm saying? I got you. But it's like if you were to pluck us from the 90s and pop us up to today, we'd be even more afraid. Like Insidious or what is it? A Quiet Place, Annabelle, all the Hereditary, like Mama, like.
Here's what's going to be weird, though, right? You got to understand, right? It's a different... I don't know. All right. I'm going to ruin this. But
no,
like,
go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. If you take someone out of 1950 and then pluck them here and then show them a horror movie, they're going to be confused as fuck.
What if
do you understand what I'm saying? Because like outside of the horror, there's so many concepts they're not even gonna understand.
What about slasher films? Let's use,
slasher films.
Let's use slasher films.
Okay, cool.
Because American Psycho. So American Psycho with Christian Bale, he murdered people just because his mindset wasn't there. And then you had Scream. Scream was also 90s, right?
Okay.
So if we take that concept and then, well, I mean, Happy Death Day is a funny film, but
that's like that makes sense though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like
so,
that though. That's still. So, it doesn't require, whatchamacallit, like extreme, like conceptual knowledge, like for a slasher.
I got you. Well, what about
Like, okay, prime example. Oh, the Wi-Fi's cut out. You see what
What
I'm saying?
the fuck does Wi-Fi
What
mean
does
to-
Wi-Fi even
or
mean?
they're talking on their phones
Right.
and it's a cell phone? I got you. I see what you're saying. So certain concepts,
Right.
that
They just wouldn't.
they wouldn't
get
get it. They'd be like, what are
So
they?
the setup for the horror wouldn't hit.
What about
Because it's like, oh, he cut the Wi-Fi out. Someone joined the Wi-Fi network. Or someone hacked his Ring doorbell. Oh, he saw someone on the... You see what I'm saying?
Okay, I see. I see that concept.
Right.
But it's like, what about like we said, the slasher? But let's say Halloween.
Okay, Halloween. Ooh, even better. I think the peak in terms of slasher where they could still be mortified would probably be like...
Jason.
No. Just the recent guy. The mime guy. Terrifier.
Terrifier. Yeah, that's
Art.
what we just said.
You know what I'm
Art the
saying?
Clown. Yeah.
Because it's still... Like, he still, unalives you practically.
And then if he
But
doesn't
it adds the immortal element to it.
and then of course if he's tired of you, he'll just use a gun.
Right. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? Like, those are still grounded, like that's actually terrifying, right? Because let's say you do have a slasher and you pluck someone from the 50s. How does every slasher end? Oh, we beat the guy. We teamed up, da-da-da. Well, this guy's immortal. You see what I'm saying?
I got you.
You see what I'm saying?
So
it's like, I think with something like that where it's more grounded in terms of you don't need like modern knowledge to really be afraid of something that can pull infinite items out of its back.
I got you.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or appear anywhere he wants to.
I got you. Okay. And then I would say like the shift. Oh, I think Snot's texting us on our. What is it?
What you got for us, Snot?
Not horror related, but maybe watch this after. Okay.
Okay, bad. Okay, bad.
Yeah, for sure. We got you, Snot.
For sure.
So, or like the evolution of monsters. Like we have Gilmore del Toro, one of my favorite directors, coming out with Frankenstein, November 21st on Netflix, I believe. So that's going to be an interesting revamp of the concept of
how many Frankenstein movies have we seen?
Frankenstein.
That's a lot.
Let's just say it went from the animated Alvin and the Chipmunks in the 90s till now. But like I said,
I Am Frankenstein.
Yes. But it's like the reimagined, the reason why I like the concept of these films, like the werewolf or Frankenstein and all that stuff like that, because they'll always show you a different perspective of Frankenstein, because everyone focuses on Frankenstein's monster, but they never focus on him.
Frankenstein, the doctor himself.
Yes, Frankenstein is
mad scientist.
The mad scientist. Yes. So everybody always focuses on the monster, but not Frankenstein himself. Right. So that's going to be an interesting concept to see. So it's like, on top of that, it's like we've done everything that we can to scare people in any horror film. Like we watched, what's the name of that? Somber something.
Midsummer.
Like Midsummer.
A fucking culty movie.
Yes, it's because they do culty movies like The Witch. They have I have Hereditary. I have The Witch. Midsommers. Like they have all these culty movies, and those are even.
Those
eerie.
are okay. See that I could see that.
Yeah,
right?
see those are because they don't even use technology and those in that type of concept.
Movie that still slaps today, Blair Witch.
Yes, yeah, Blair
Like,
Witch. I think Blair Witch is what started.
It's timeless.
Yeah.
You can show motherfuckers that at any point in history.
Yeah.
And be like, damn, that's actually insane.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, anyone could take that and be like, yeah, that's real footage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Snot says, Carl Tanzler is my IRL Dr. Frankenstein. Let's Google.
Carl Tanzler.
But,
yeah, so like you said, and even in the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, where Frankenstein... Ooh. You got me interested now.
Of course he's German. All right, hold on.
What's that supposed to mean?
Come on, Jeff. They were like mad science. That's where
No.
are Oppenheimer, Einstein, all of them.
I know.
All of them.
That was a joke.
That's crazy. We had to stop him, Jeff. That was funny. In the future.
Oh yeah, for
I
sure.
know you played the game Wolfenstein.
Oh, yeah, for
what
sure.
the fuck? That shit's great. It was gonna be in the future. Okay, Carl Tanzler. Let's read up on bro. Count Carl von Gossel. What? That's crazy, bro. Was a count. Crazy work. Radiology technologist at the Marine Hospital Service in Key.
Key West, Florida. United
He developed
Nations.
an obsession with a young Cuban American tuberculosis patient, Elena Helen Milagro de Hoyos. July 31st, 1909. Okay, whatever. That carried on well after her death. 1932, almost 2 years after death, Tansley removed Hoyle's body from its tomb and lived with the
corpse at his house for 7 years until discovered by
Hoyle's relatives
in the 1940s.
Wow.
Yeah, that man was.
He grew up during the Empire. Nope, you don't got it.
Oh, you changed it.
Yep, you don't got it. Wow. Oh, that's spooky action. Yo, Florida. Florida got some crazy history, bro. Wow, how'd you find out about this guy? Nah, that's amazing.
It's not Reeds.
That's fine. It's not got time.
Don't tell anybody.
One guy's secret. Oh. Yeah, that's actually crazy.
No, that's amazing.
Was electrocuted trying to rescue a coworker. Sure, miscarriages. Oh wow.
Florida man. She said.
Wait, was this her corpse?
Yeah. She said Florida man.
He encased her in wax
To try
and
to
plaster.
probably try to bring her back. No, that's wild.
What? What? With piano. Yo, this is crazy. He really. Yeah, Corpse Bride. This is some Corpse Bride shit. This is absolutely diabolical.
Oh, Jimmy got a great question.
This is diabolical.
Jimmy got a great question.
Jimmy. Why we only focus on the scary shit? Have y'all ever watched Halloween Town? Absolutely. What? Halloween Town, Halloween Town 2, Halloween Town, Return to Halloween Town, Halloween Town High. What are we talking about? Hocus Pocus? What are we talking about?
We nerds.
Bro? What?
It's even part of the Halloween collection. Oh yeah, for sure. Come on.
Halloween Town.
Oh, yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah, we can dive in. We can dive in.
Halloween Town.
I think they did the third film a disservice.
Halloween Town?
The last one.
The last one?
Yeah.
Return to Halloween Town.
Yeah,
Right?
I think they did
I
disservice
feel that.
because the girl didn't want to return. So,
Mhm.
but I think they just not made the film at all. They just basically found somebody else that had a cleft chin and
Like
then said-
replace the
Yeah,
actor?
they
well,
replaced
as
him.
long as they could, the script, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't. Well, like they always say, it's just like the. It's just like The Witcher.
Oh, damn.
You can't give me Harry. You can't give me Henry.
Cavill.
You can't give me
Right.
Henry Cavill and then be like, let's fucking go.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I can't.
Crazy.
That's nah, bro. You can't do that. You see what I'm saying? You can't.
I have a question. Did Casper ever get a part 2 and 3?
Yeah,
They
part
did.
2.
A part 2, right?
Yes, but they got rid
Same
of
character, right?
They got rid of my wife.
Same character, right? Or they replaced her.
No, they replaced her with a different girl. Or Belize. Yeah.
Was it what was the point of it, right?
He wanted to be human,
I thought he became human in the first movie.
but he gave it up. The first movie was he wanted to be human,
Mhm.
and he became human, but it was only till like midnight or something like that. But then
Some
after that, he
Cinderella
he
shit.
gave it up, bro.
on his Pinocchio
Yeah.
shit. Hold on. Casper
The friendly ghost.
2. Casper meets Wendy.
Yeah.
That was Hillary Duff, dog.
Yeah, it was, but it's not the same. It's not like my wife, you know.
Oh man. Yeah, I remember you had a crush on her.
Bro, she's still fine. What you talking about?
That forehead though. That fucking cranius. What the fuck?
It finished developing.
Dog, that forehead was crazy. What did they say? The frontal lobe.
The frontal lobe, yeah, bro.
God.
It finished developing, bro.
Yeah, that big ass forehead, bro. She had that
man.
CRT fucking forehead, bro.
What the fuck?
Watch channel 46.
Oh man. No, man. Yeah, no. Like I said, like, yeah, we
Snot says, I think people would see him dancing through the window with her. Now that's actually crazy. Key West, bro.
No, that's crazy.
And that was during the 50s
that
too.
was the first.
So like,
that was probably the first Florida man.
like, think about Florida in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
Like on some creepy, spooky shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't have no street lights like that. Wait, you remember when we watched, what was it, the short films? The Alien. The kid from the 50s, Florida.
Star Kid?
No, the the Predator short movie that we watched.
Oh, you're talking about Killer of Killers?
Killer of Killers.
Yes.
1950s.
Oh,
Florida.
yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the setting. That's the setting. And periodically, you see your neighbor dancing.
No, that'd be wild.
Yeah, that's fucking
And then
stupid.
everybody lived really far
Right,
apart,
everyone
too.
lives far apart.
No
AC in the 50s. That bitch stank. Right, that's what I'm saying.
Well, not just that, too. It wasn't as hot as it is now. I think that's what
Nigga, it's
people-
still Florida. What? What? It's not as in
It's
3
not.
degrees. Nah, nigga,
Yeah,
it's
hell
still
yeah.
Florida. It's still Florida.
Mhm.
It's still, you know, that bitch stank, nigga. Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, man.
That's crazy. All right, CC, the dad in Casper was such a dilf. I'm dead.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the dad? I gotta pull up the cast, bro. Oh, they did a Casper 3?
If they did, we didn't pay attention to it. Because it was probably well after.
Wow, normally they have like a IMDb with all the actors'
Mhm.
faces, right?
Now Jeff not knowing who the dad is.
Who the fuck was the dad?
I don't know.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because they're using their current pictures. Oh shit, Mr. Rogers was in that motherfucker. Well, go ahead, sir. Continue.
Jimmy got a.
We need more black people, horror movies. I need to see our real reaction to ghosts. Like we ain't helping no friendly ghosts or calling a priest or solving a haunted death mansion secret. Here's the thing. What was it?
No be there.
The Marlon, the Wayne brother.
Yeah, but that was a scary movie. That wasn't a serious film. You said the Marlon, the Wayne brothers.
Right. Okay. And is that not exactly what the reaction would be? Is that not what Jimmy just said? You're watching a comedy then.
So, what's the name of
Nope.
No, not the. Yes. Nope.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Nope.
They've done a lot. What about the fucking Alien one? With the 2 black people? Daniel Kaluuya?
Yeah, I know what you're talking
Come
about.
on.
I just don't know the name of the
Come
film.
on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, because you said the Wayne brothers, and I'm like, that was just a funny trope of it, but
Is that not?
But he's saying if they were actually there, where Peele comes in and actually
Jordan
shows
Peele?
you, yeah, where Jordan Peele comes in and actually directs films with black people in them. Like that it was Nope, right? It wasn't that other. I thought Nope was the Alien film. I'm talking about the one with Lupita Nyong'o, and they
No.
had those people that looked exactly like them.
I thought that was Nope. I could have sworn that was Nope, Jeff.
Hold on, movies.
Yeah, Nope.
No, Us.
Us.
Us. Not that. That doesn't have Lupita Nyong'o. Nope is the alien film. I'm talking about Us. Put Us. There you go. That's an action because they looked exactly like them and they're trying to replace them. That's an actual film. And then there was one on Amazon that we watched with the black family in the 50s. What was the name of that show? The Amazon show. It was a horror one where they brought them to a gentrified neighborhood, and there was a demon. There was a demon living in their basement, and they didn't want to leave because they didn't want the people to kick them out. What's up?
I'm dead. Jimmy says it'll be the shortest film. More Jordan Peele type. CC says homes used to be made to have proper airflow, so you didn't need AC. Even with airflow, humidity in the keys is diabolical. Yeah, that's actual fucking factual, bro. Absolutely. It's our real reaction. I'm definitely clapping some demon booty. Crazy work.
Who said that?
Crazy work. Jimmy, no. Jordan Peele ain't making
them.
Them.
Type in them.
Us and them.
No, it's called it's called them. Them is follows a black family who moves to Los Angeles in the 1950s and is tormented by both their human and supernatural like neighbors. The show uses horror to explore themes of racism and trauma. Them. That show. So they all start slowly getting possessed. That the one with the side profile is season 2. I'm talking about the first one.
The first one?
That one right there. That one. Yes.
Man. So you have us and them?
Yeah. Yeah, there you go.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah.
I feel it. All right, I'll check
the
it
movie
out.
is called Us. Yeah, we got it, Cece.
No, that's pretty crazy.
She said she couldn't finish the movie because it freaked her out so much. I had to stop watching it when she started talking
in that raspy voice.
Oh yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
CC, you don't do spooky.
Yeah, watch this Amazon original. It's really good. It's really good because it's like they finally got approved because remember the whole
integration, all that.
So they finally got approved to move into that neighborhood, and of course all the white neighbors would give them shit and all that stuff like that. But they also had to deal with a supernatural, and then they come to find. Should I ruin it? I shouldn't ruin that.
Yeah, go ahead. No, don't ruin it.
Yeah, because I don't know if you guys would want to watch it.
Yeah, don't ruin it.
But it's really good.
Good watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll tell you after we finish what happens at the end. But no, it's really good. Them and Us. I think that's
Them and Us. I'm like, okay.
Who directed it?
Let's see. Writers.
No director.
Doesn't bro.
I guess because there's different people that direct different episodes.
I feel that for different episodes.
Because it's a TV show.
That makes sense.
Yeah, but no. Such a good show. I would recommend it to anybody. I watched it about 3 years ago, but it's really good. It is really good.
That's pretty dope.
But
so it only has 2 seasons and then it wraps up?
The second season's modern day, and that right there. You see the one?
Oh, so it's a complete story.
Yes, but it connects the families. So the first season is about that family, and then the second season, the girl in the side profile, that's their daughter that grew up. No, that's their granddaughter that grew up and is now dealing with whatever happened a long time ago, and she's a cop.
Okay.
But that's what I was talking about with because he's like he wants to see more films like that, and I'm like Jordan Peele did that specifically, and then of course the Wayne brothers gave you a funny trope version of it, but this is a realistic version of it of what would happen if you were already in the setting.
What about fucking Leprechaun in the Hood?
That was a joke.
But is that not real?
That was a joke, though.
Is that not real?
But it was funny. You know why it was funny? All right. So Leprechaun 1, 2, and then 1, 2 was good. In the Hood was a joke because you had niggas fighting the leprechaun. They're like, let's go.
Is that not real? I don't understand why 1 and 2 is grounded in reality, but In the Hood is not real. That is the most based
because
fucking
niggas
reaction.
would fight a midget.
Of course. What the fuck? Absolutely.
Yep,
What the
a
hell?
leprechaun, bro.
Absolutely. Elvira! Welcome. Leprechaun is definitely a movie I will never. Really?
It's funny. Watch. Okay, so what I always say is this: when we were kids in the '90s and early 2000s, when we watched these old school films, they were scary as hell.
I feel that.
But when you're watching them now, you actually start to laugh. Like you're like Jason. I can see you in the corner. But if you watch the modern, like the early 2000 versions, you're like, fuck, where's this man coming from?
Kick him dead in their forehead. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, I need you to expand. How is 3 less realistic than 1 and 2?
I think I laughed more.
3 was way more just way more raw and unscripted. Cause like,
you're right. Okay, so
I see a fucking gremlin, a goblin running toward. What the fuck?
Okay, I see what you're saying. Because niggas would fight somebody instead of running away.
Like, what are we talking about, bro? Like, we're
but
not
it's like
plotting to. Oh,
and then
man.
and it sucks too because it's like when you take his gold, it doesn't matter if you give the gold back. He's still gonna end you. So it's just funny to me when he does things like that. But I think it's for me it was more silly than realistic because it's like. They didn't know. They don't really know what black people would do in the situation, so they're just kind of guessing.
But like,
and they're like, the niggas would fight, and that's why it was funny because it's like, because the concept of scary movies was always white person in danger run away till they get tired, and then they
or
fight
devise
back.
a plan.
Yeah, it's like Wrong Turn 1 through 5.
Devise a plan. I'm gonna fight, and if I die, I die. What the
yeah,
fuck?
for sure. And then, but that was just to me. That was just funny.
I'm gonna fight.
So it's like it was hard to take it seriously or in a serious tone back in the day because it was like, bruh, when they put Leprechaun in the Hood, that's how I knew it was just a game at that point.
But that's the thing. The reason why I liked it a lot better though is because it was a challenge.
I get it. Yeah.
Like it was
They were
real.
trying. They were trying.
Nigga, it was real.
Yeah, I got you.
It was like when Exhibit, or who was it? I think it was Exhibit, fought Michael Myers, threw hands with Michael Myers.
Oh, and he still
right.
chopped them in half.
Yeah, it doesn't fucking matter. I'm gonna fight you. What the fuck?
No, I feel it.
What the fuck? Avar said, swing first, ask
questions later.
Or they trip and fall and die. Right.
Yeah, which is the usual trope. But Elvira, I would say rewatch it again. Because as an adult, it's different than when you were a teenager or a kid.
No, I just like the third movie.
No. I'm saying Leopard because she's like I would never watch it. I'm just saying like now that you're an adult, watch it now. And I guarantee you it's way different than when you were watching it as a teenager or as a kid. Because, again, my brother and I, we were
spooky action.
We were afraid of
probably sending out a signal.
Yeah, so white noise. Remember the movie?
It's pinging. Oh, white noise.
Yeah. Because as kids, my brother and I, we were afraid of Chucky. So when the dolls that our sisters had at the house, we would hide them in the closet. But now that we watch it, it's a joke. You get what I'm saying?
In broad daylight.
In broad daylight, yeah. Well, what?
No, she says, yeah, I'll watch it in broad daylight.
Which is fine, but that's what I'm saying. But it's like I say, it's just funny because regardless of if it's in broad daylight or not, it'd be funny. And I guarantee, like I said, nobody thinks about it because they'll watch it, they'll remember what they saw in the past, and then they won't watch it now.
Snot says it's the ghost of your dead mixer.
It's right there too.
Plug me in.
You betrayed me.
Bro, I'm gonna wake up with it next to my nightstand.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Or the film Dr. Sleep.
Jimmy said, yeah, but it's a Halloween horror movie. I don't think Jordan Peele has made a Halloween horror movie with the standard ghost and demons.
What? I think he's just no, because remember, in Us, they weren't human. there were like carbon copies of them. So hold on, let me try googling this.
Like skinwalkers,
I don't
or
know. That's what I'm about to see.
I gotcha. Jimmy says maybe not evil ghosts or demons. It's just reparations attacking white people. And that's why black people ain't scared of demons. I'm dead. Amar said 13 Ghosts was a scary movie. I had to watch it in parts. Oh, word. Nah, I feel that. 13 Ghosts was pretty scary. 13 Ghosts was pretty scary. I think the only person that really freaked me out of that whole movie was the jackal.
Okay, so the movie Us features the Tethereds, who are doppelgangers of the main.
Doppelgangers.
Yeah, the main family and other people and host of symbolic objects and references, including scissors and the number 1111 and the hand cross American event. The Tethers, with their one gloved hand, represents the suppressed underclass or shadow of society. The film is also filmed. Yeah, so it's basically
reparations. So there's no real monster.
Yeah, such as
it's symbolic.
Yeah, the film is also filled with allusions of mythology and other movies such as Roman god Pluto and Jaws of the Goonies.
So it's symbolism.
Yeah.
So his movies are more symbolism,
basically,
than horror.
See, the number 11, the rabbits, hands across America, scissors, the tether, the rope that connects the tether to their surface. Counterpart symbolizes the puppetry nature of their existence. Okay, so they're like the shadow versions of them.
I gotcha.
That's basically. So
I got you.
It's the supernatural element, but it's not.
Right.
Because it's them. It's their shadows.
Yeah, it's not spiritual.
Yeah, no. So, but I see what you're saying. He grounds most of his films in like realism. He doesn't necessarily
symbolism.
Yeah, or symbolism. He doesn't
not necessarily realism.
He doesn't go the supernatural route. Yeah, like when we watched Get Out, which was his first film, he had so much symbolism.
Right, symbolism.
Yeah.
Snot says, I don't know, Jordan Peele's horror is more refreshing than Paranormal Activity 34 in IMAX 40X VR. What the fuck?
I'd say 1, 2, and 3 was good, but then after they kept going, it just got mundane and redundant. At that point, they're just
I stopped caring after 1. Like, how do you keep watching the same thing over and over and over?
Because you're interested because you want to see where the story's going to go.
What the fuck?
Well, I'm just saying. You're just trying to see where the story's going to go.
That was whack.
Bruce, you're supposed to be playing dead.
Whack. Y'all was making these motherfuckers billions on some low-budget bullshit.
Bullshit, yep.
What the fuck?
Yep.
What the fuck?
And then the whole trope was we kill the males and have the females get possessed by these demons.
So the ghost was a feminist. The ghost was a misandrist. Let me use that word better. The ghost was a misandrist.
Misandrist, yeah.
What the fuck? That's crazy. Avira says so they're real people. Jimmy says, I know one Candyman was fucking terrifying. Really?
Who?
Candyman?
Jimmy?
Yeah. Jimmy says.
He wasn't there when we did the abilities in the game.
Yeah, that's true.
The first week of
we
Halloween.
broke down Candyman.
Yeah.
Yeah, Candyman doesn't.
The only way you can get Candyman to show up is if you say his name in the bathroom, in the dark, in the mirror.
And then 5
times.
And then if you just stop believing in them.
Which is. No. Remember what we said. We'd only summon him so he can learn about
convert him. Yeah.
Yep.
Convert him.
So he can learn about
our Lord and Savior
Jesus Christ.
That's the only time I'm summoning Candyman.
That's the only time, Sir, we summoned you so you can learn about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Oh, man. Like my shirt says, I'm not getting in the van until I see the candy first.
That's what I'm saying.
I ain't stupid. I'm not stupid. I want to see the candy first before I get into that van.
Avira says Mama was a good one, too. No, Mama actually freaked me out.
Yeah, right behind you. Right there where Don't Breathe is.
Yeah, Mama freaked me the fuck out, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, she was way too liberal with the whole swimming through everything.
Nobody can see it.
Yeah. The way she just swam through physical objects was absolutely spooky. That was terrifying. When her scalp was just like in the floorboards.
Oh, yeah.
And she was just, that was so weird.
I can tell you.
Oh, that was so fun. Or when they went into the cabin and then like the flashing lights.
See, but this is why I've been following Gilmore del Toro since he came out with Hellboy. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
With Ron Perlman, you know? That's the only reason why. And so every time he comes out with a film, I watch it because it's fantastic. That's how come I can't wait to see Frankenstein. That's coming out November 21st on Netflix.
That's Del Toro?
That's Del Toro. Yeah, and he's been gone for a while.
That's true.
So I'm like, let me see what you got, because he writes and directs his
What did he
films.
last work on?
The last film that Del Toro worked on?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see.
What's his last movie? Bruce. Okay, Bruce. You're good, man.
Is he all right?
He's just going to town on his leg quarter. What'd you find?
It said the last film he worked on was Pinocchio before that. So he released Pinocchio and the animated version on Netflix in 2022, and then now Frankenstein is going to be premiering this year.
Seriously?
Yep. It's called Gilmore del Toro's Pinocchio.
Oh, and it's a stop motion.
Yes.
Ah.
But that's why I like the guy so much, is because he's
His
well
brain is just, he'll make any and every kind of movie.
Nope.
Under
Nope.
the sun.
Nope.
This is actually
Nope.
crazy. That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
This man's mind.
That's why I like his
He's
film.
like,
I love his film.
He's in the same vein as
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton.
Yes, Tim Burton is well rounded.
That's amazing.
That's why I love the Tim Burton, the Batman films that he did. I love them.
Wow. He also did The Shape of Water, right?
Yep.
Like, that's crazy to me.
Mhm.
That's crazy to me.
Like type in Gilmore del Toro's films.
Right. Do. Let's see more.
Yeah. There you go. He did
let's-
Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah.
Just put.
Movies.
Yep. Yep.
When? Yeah.
Yep. I also bought Crimson Peak too. Yeah. Pacific Rim. That was also him. Hellboy's what put me on the map to him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So when I found out he did Pacific Rim, I went to watch it.
Kronos, Mimic. You remember the movie Mimic?
Mm-hmm.
Yo.
He did Mimic. Yep.
The Devil's Backbone. This motherfucker did Blade?
Hold on, Jeff.
Hey! Hold on. Let me put it on the big screen.
Yep.
Hey!
Gilmore
Mimic.
del Toro's Mimic. That came out, what, the 80s?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, he's back there. Matthew Robinson and Gilmore del Toro. Yep, they directed that film.
That's fire. He also did Blade 2.
He did Blade?
Yeah, Blade 2.
Oh, Blade 2.
Yeah, the second movie.
And, of course, I got Evil Dead, the classic version.
Oh, yeah. He also did that.
No, he didn't do that.
No?
No, he didn't do it. I'm just showing him.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, man. No, that like I said, Guillermo del Toro put me on the map. As soon as I saw his film, Hellboy, he put me on the map.
This was the
Pan's
06 version?
Yeah,
Okay.
Pan's Labyrinth. Yeah. And it was entirely in Spanish.
Right,
Yep.
because he's also done Spanish films,
Yep.
too.
Yep.
Yeah, he's done Spanish films, too. Wow, that's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah. But no, yeah, man. But no, he's what were we talking about? His film.
Yeah, we're just going into directors' films.
But yeah, so
Absolutely.
no, but and that's why I would say with certain directors, they capture me when they do certain films. So I'll watch them. I mean, some films are bad, some films are good. What's up? What's up? What you trying to add? What you trying to do?
Just wanted to see. Now, Cece has a question. She said, are there any fucking ghosts in the movie?
Oh, in what film?
Yeah, which film?
Yeah, which film? What film?
Can y'all rank the type of horror beings from scary to Tough, Jimmy. Fucking tough, Jimmy.
Can we rank what? Finish reading the question. Finish reading the question. Finish reading the question.
Fucking tough, Jimmy.
Finish reading the question.
Oh, man. Can y'all rank the type of horror beings from scary to least? Like, who's more scary or ghost or ghoul top list of scary shit?
Oh, we did an episode on that.
That was the first one.
Yeah, that was the first. Yeah,
first spooky season episode.
Yeah, like
Great idea, but that was the first spooky season episode, brother. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was pretty dope, though.
I mean, I can show you all the films I got.
Who's a scarier ghost or ghoul? Yeah, we did.
It was Vector. Oh no,
Vecna.
yeah, Vecna. Vector. It was Vecna and Jason that won our top. You're fucked.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah,
right. You're cooked.
Like we had.
What was it? Child's Play.
Child's Play was.
What was it? 10 minutes or.
You'll last up to
at least 10 minutes. Survive at least 10 minutes.
Survive at least 10 minutes. We had
might get lucky.
Yeah.
Might get lucky, and then you're fucked. You're cooked.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Like there's nothing you could do.
Because
we broke down like all their abilities, what they could do.
Yeah. Child's Play was the easiest because those are things that you require either puzzles or summoning.
Or an activation.
Activation to summon them.
And
yeah.
then the easiest way was just no be there.
Yeah.
And even if you were there,
yeah,
like
we gave you that. We broke down the scenario of what you could do.
What you could do.
Yeah.
You know
so that was literally the first episode of spooky season.
Spooky season. Check it out.
But it's like the film like Talk to Me, like that's one of the film that Smoke thought was actually really good because it's like because it was like it was a gypsy's hand that was cut off, but it was cursed. So when you touch the gypsy's hand, you had access to the dead, like you can see the dead, so they can possess your body. So they would put a timer on, and then they would possess your body for about.
Talk to me, right?
Talk to me.
Okay.
I got you. So that was the gypsy's hand, and of course it would possess your body, like if you see this lady right here, it would possess your body. So your eyes would turn dark and black, and it possess your body. And basically, if you didn't let go of the hand within 10 minutes, or they didn't let it go,
possession.
That's it. Because you're essentially kicking your soul out and giving it the ability to. Yeah. But what always happens when you access the ability to see the dead, you start seeing them. Just like Constantine.
You are now aware of that. You are now in that tune or that frequency.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So it's going to be difficult for you to, there's something in the corner of my eye. Because now it's like, because the dead that are in purgatory, because remember the theory is, that you either go to you're in purgatory until the time or the judgment comes. So it's like a lot of people want to live. So it's like if you're giving them access to your body, what are they going to try? Or the dead, if you're
they're going to try to come back.
They're going to try
or
to come
escape
back.
judgment.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. So essentially, that's what it is, especially if they're being tortured.
Smoke says, "Talk to Me was good. It gave off insidious vibes."
Yes.
Odin's going to watch it tonight. What is it on? Smoke says, "I think HBO."
HBO.
Let's check that out.
Is it? It's not on. Damn, and you what you were talking about with the fuck?
Yeah, HBO Max. You're
just HBO.
Just HBO.
Damn, that sucks, bro.
Just HBO.
Unfortunately, I got the movie.
Just HBO.
But yeah, man. I would say Talk to Me was also a good film because remember, Smoke is like the king of horror films, and he couldn't find anything that was good. So it's like when I would throw out suggestions and give him some certain films, and then he started watching them. But of course, like Midsommers and like you said, the Talk to Me vibe, the Mama vibes, the Hereditary vibes, like those are starting to be good films because it focuses, it kind of gives you a secular and non-secular perspective of
outside of religion.
Yeah, what do you believe in, basically? So it's like if you believe in it, that's the perspective you look at it. So it'll give you two different perspectives of the film.
Right.
So if you're non-religious, you're gonna be like, oh, this is the the
Yeah, how does an atheist watch a horror movie? You know what I'm saying?
What do you believe in?
Like, you feel me?
I mean, it's different for everybody. But you get, like I said, you get the two perspectives. Like, what was the name of that film where they sent that nun to the secluded area, and they were using the blood of Christ to impregnate her to bring back Jesus, and then it turned out to be a demon. But you can either look at it as a deformed baby or the actual demon. So you had two perspectives: the non-secular and the secular perspective.
I got you.
So it's like that film made sense because they were using the blood of Christ,
right?
Putting in the DNA,
right.
Impregnating the women with it. Most of them would die, by the way. And then
how did they even
she escaped.
Find that? Did they fucking
genome
the tomb?
Shit? The tomb. What was the name of that movie?
Oh, they went to his tomb and like scrape the fucking
the dry blood
and then mRNA.
The dry blood from the cross. They got the dry blood from the cross, and then they
cloned it.
Yes.
They cloned.
Yeah.
Jesus
they cloned. Yeah.
Blood.
So
with human technology, with mortal technology.
With more technology. Yes. Yes. You know how that goes.
With monkey technology. Jimmy says, but Jason is a type of being. I mean, they would be considered supernatural beings.
Yeah, he's supernatural.
Yeah, he's supernatural. Like, it's different categories of beings, which is the scariest. Yeah, Jason's an immortal.
Yeah.
Like, he came back from hell. He's an immortal zombie.
Immaculate.
That's the name of the movie?
Yes.
So what did they end up summoning? Like a monster or something?
They didn't show the baby.
Oh, they didn't show the
baby? They didn't show the
baby.
They just showed her just stomping it because it came out grotesque. Because so they basically kept her.
Wait, real quick. You know what that reminds me of?
What?
What movie was it where she escaped? The pregnant lady escaped and then gave birth while she was in the car. And then just like mashed the pedal and crushed the baby's head to escape.
Oh, to escape. What?
Human Centipede.
That was human. Yes,
it was Human.
Yes,
Centipede.
I was about to say Hostel. I was about to say Hostel.
No. It was Human Centipede.
Okay,
it was the second one.
Yes, yeah, it was the second one. It was in the first one.
A pregnant lady in that.
Yeah.
What? That shit was crazy.
Type in Immaculate. IMMACULATE. Yeah, that was it. So they used her. What is it? What is I gotta give Smoke that film too. I think he'll like it. So this it's on Hulu. It's on Hulu. So the reason why and it's a great Halloween film too. But the reason why I love this film because it explored the non-secular perspective and the secular perspective. So if nobody knows what that means, it means non-religious and religious. Mm-hmm. So basically they used the blood that was on the cross to impregnate this woman. They kept her underground for 9 months. But this is the crazy part. When the baby was moving, her stomach would be like it would do that weird,
like it would shift around.
Yeah, it would shift around and all that stuff like that. So you would think, oh, supernatural,
right?
But then a secular person watching the film that's not religious, they're gonna be like, oh, it's just a mutated baby.
It's a mutated baby.
So it's like, what was it?
I got you.
But they didn't. But they kept it a mystery at the end, and that's what pissed me off because they didn't let you see.
But that's the thing that just kind of ruins it.
Yeah,
because then you have a definitive.
But you don't know. Okay, I see.
A definitive belief.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
right. You're choosing a definitive.
So it's but yeah. Oh, of course, yeah. Like you have two. You can either go left or you can go right. You get what I'm saying? But it gives you that perspective. All right, go ahead. What's up?
Smoke says the fuck type of blasphemous sorcery is you talking about? Yeah.
Hey, Smoke is here.
Smoke. Yeah. What?
He wasn't responding,
okay.
He's a silent watcher, so I'm glad he responded because I said his name. No, but I think that's a film that I think that's a film that you'll be curious to watch because especially if you have those two perspectives. So and it's on Hulu. If you want to watch it, but no, I think that I like the film. You know, I was able to break it down, discuss it, and then have a conversation with somebody that had watched the film when I was at the Sanibel store last year, and then her perspective was different because she was coming from a secular perspective, where I was coming from. Well, I looked at it both. I looked at it from the religious perspective, and I looked at it from the secular perspective, because it's like, yes, she's a religious person, and this is what she believes in. But if you're a non-religious person, you just think it's just a mutated baby, because that's DNA from over 2,000 years ago that you're.
It's not even close to.
Exactly, because they were trying to bring back their Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, so they blaspheme just to do that.
I feel that. Snot says he answers his summons begrudgingly.
Oh, man.
Snot, this video you sent us, do you want us to play it on the screen, or is this?
I think she said after.
Okay, and then we'll just okay. All right,
yeah, and then we can bring it up next time.
Yeah, this is insane. Wow, it must be different. Yeah, must be different. Wow, and this was from 2015.
2015.
2015.
What about Anthony Hopkins, inspired by true events, The Rite?
I feel like I've seen that.
Yeah, you have. It's a priest that was possessed by not the devil, but one of his minions. Yes. So basically, he was a priest that exorcised a demon from a young girl because she was essayed by her own father. So it was like an
attachment or
no, an incest baby. So because so that was access for the demon to get into the baby to make it to its way. So he was the one. It took him about a month or two to like exorcise her, but he ended up losing her at the end. And because he had doubt in his faith, that opened up the door for the demon to jump to him. Yes. And then so they sent up a young priest. This is based off of true events. So they sent a young priest that was losing his faith.
Right.
Because he was thinking, well, if God is all good and the devil's all, why is there evil? You know, he was questioning it. So the Vatican decided to send him to this guy for a year, because he's like, all right, you don't believe this? I got to show it to you. Then he was showing him all these examples of her speaking languages she's never spoken before, her climbing up on the walls, her doing all this crazy nonsense, and he just kept logically dismissing it, and to the point where it became like, I can't explain this. So when he got possessed himself, he was the one that the young kid, which is the one in the back here, had to be the one to exorcise the demon out of him. Yeah. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but I think the Rite was also a good film by Anthony Hopkins. I think that's something that we can write to, because it was based off of true events. But again,
yeah, they gotta
finagle
put a spin on it.
Yeah, for sure.
Add extra, sauce to it. Smoke says, I was just writing. Excuse me for doing things 50 lashes. It's not the Reaper can't multitask.
Right.
Jimmy says, wouldn't Pennywise be more unstoppable than Jason?
No. We had the discussion.
Because
he's an alien.
He's an alien, and all you got to do is not fear him.
Yeah, that's his weakness.
I'm not afraid of you, Pennywise.
If you watch Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, Jason's literally a mortal god, and he can come back from the dead 80 bajillion times. He's gone to hell, come back. He's immortal. He can teleport. Insane superhuman strength.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Real quick, Vix Smoke says, I haven't seen the last Rite yet, but I've seen the entire Conjuring universe plus Insidious. I just haven't seen the last one. Have you played Dying Light? I have an idea for okay. He's talking about Thursday's episode. Okay. Yeah. We'll talk about that. Yes. No. Yeah. So, not only, he said.
He's like, wouldn't Pennywise be more unstoppable than Jason?
So not only do I have the original It, didn't buy the. I didn't buy the second one. Old film because they turned it into a TV show,
a TV series.
Because
right.
but I bought the new version. And chapter 2. No, I bought the new version
and chapter 2.
And chapter 2.
Yeah, Pennywise is like
Pennywise is not supernatural. He's an alien that can access your brain and
your fears.
Your fear medulla, the dubla.
Your hippopotamus. Your hippocactus.
Yep, your cactus, prime. And just kind of induce the fear response.
Right.
And then when you're paralyzed, that's when he can eat you. And he only goes after children because...
Like, I could beat Pennywise just by doing drugs.
You what? Oh, my God. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Because he's a psychological thing.
Yeah. That's all.
He's not a mortal god
he's
like
not.
Jason. Bro.
No, he's not.
Jason fell from space. He survived Earth's atmosphere.
And Jason X, yeah.
This nigga went to hell and came back.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else to say. Like his stats are just maxed the fuck out.
What happened? He was so bad in hell they had to kick him out.
Yeah, they sent his ass back.
Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, they sent his ass back. They said, "Nah, we can't keep Jason in hell, bro."
That man's a
And you
menace.
want to know something? In Freddy versus Jason, like, whatchamacallit? Wasn't Jason whooping up on Freddy?
Yeah.
You feel me? Because, like, what was Freddy's power? Getting Jason's dream.
Yeah.
Was he really hurt?
The only way he could take him out was by drowning him in his dream.
In his dream.
Yeah.
Okay, but Jason's dead.
Yeah, he's immortal.
Drowning him just stuns him and doesn't kill him.
Yeah. Because he's already dead.
Because he's already dead.
Yeah.
Like, what? What are we talking about? See, now, if you had said Vecna, because the only people we had at the top was Vecna and Jason.
Yeah, that'd be different.
That'd be different. Vecna's a god. Like, I don't know. Like,
and he's only the general.
So, like, that's different. Vecna can access you anytime he wants to.
Yeah.
It's not even, wait till you're asleep. It's no, he can induce your sleep and then possess your body. He can possess other people, send generals, open portals, monsters.
Here we go. There you go. I got. So I still got my paper because I'm old school.
Watch the episode, Jimmy. It's cool.
Yeah. So
You'll understand
Vecna's abilities is telekinesis and telepathy, mind manipulation, illusion and hallucination, hive mind, memory absorption. So you won't know who he can absorb your memory, so he can pretend to be whoever you are. Necromancy and death manipulation, meaning he can bring back the dead. Reality warp, darkness and energy manipulation, accelerated healing, immunity, and immortality. For Jason, he has superhuman strength, immortality, regeneration, teleportation. He has animal-like intelligence, stamina, pain immunity, stealth mastery, durability, and lifting strength, and of course he can teleport. So the reason why, and then we had. Oh yeah, and then of course we kind of pit him against it, and then my brother and I had the conversation, and he eventually agreed with me. He's like, "Well, you gotta think about it. He is just an alien that accesses your brain, your fears. If he can stun you, he can eat you, and then he's just a parasite. He's essentially just a parasite. And he can make so basically." It is a parasite that can make himself look like whatever it wants, because it literally is it. You see what I'm saying? So shape itself like your family member, shape itself like a clown, shape itself like anything. Kids love clowns. So
Jimmy says, yeah, but that's hindsight. Easy said, not done. Like y'all said, he can access your fears. Well, yeah, everyone's afraid of something. That doesn't mean you're not afraid to fight it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like because I'm afraid of a lot of shit. That doesn't mean I'm not gonna fucking.
And that's what they say.
Them,
yeah, if you're not afraid, if you're not afraid of anything, then you're an idiot. You get what I'm saying?
You need to be afraid.
Yeah.
If you're not afraid of anything, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like people that don't want to like parachuting. There's a lot of people that don't want to parachute.
Jimmy says Jason was defeated. Nah.
Jason's not defeated.
He's not defeated. He just takes a fucking break. He just goes back to sleep and then waits another 30 years to come back and fuck niggas up. Are you defeating Jason? No, you just bought yourself more time to live the rest of your life. You just bought yourself
It's like
30
Jeepers
more
Creepers.
years.
It's
Yeah,
like-
it's Jeepers Creepers.
23
What?
years, nigga. You better
What?
think of something.
Jason is forever. Oh, man.
Bruh, Jason got 12 films and he's still coming back.
Bruh. Bruh. Jason's still coming back. To this day. To this day. Pennywise got beat by some children.
Yep. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have to factor that in.
Yeah, that's true. And then they came back and defeated him as
Right.
adults.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pennywise, children, bro.
Yeah.
Children.
Because they defeated him as children, and then it took him, what was it, 3 decades to come back and start scaring people again just to defeat them again.
Snot says, nobody talk about how they beat Pennywise in the books. Yeah, we're not bringing none of that shit. Freaky ass, diabolical, gremlin goblin ass, Babadook ass shit. What the fuck?
Oh, man.
Hell
Abby
no.
Yo-Yo ass shit.
What the fuck? Yeah, I'm not. Nope, CC, I'm not mentioning it. Nope.
What happened?
No, I'm not mentioning it. Odin says Smoke can single-handedly beat Pennywise because as soon as Pennywise shows up, Smoke is Swiss cheesy. No hesitation.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. That's what I'm saying.
And the thing is, too, Pennywise is stuck in one area because it's like a giant worm type creature, so it lures them into the cave under the city.
Right, he's like bound to this specific
area
thing,
yeah,
I guess. But yeah, man, I don't know. Like, I don't know. A blick gives you courage.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Blick gives you courage. I don't know. I don't know how you would access a fear that I haven't faced.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Or like unless it's a fear you didn't know you have, but like, what does that even mean?
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just feel like there's too many caveats for Pennywise to be a threat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Versus Jason, he's literally just raw fucking power and supernatural.
Well, that's why
ability.
we put Pennywise under might have a chance.
Might have a chance.
Might have a
right.
chance. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, because with Jason, he can teleport.
Yep.
Like, he went to hell and came back.
That has been canoned.
Yeah, that's lore.
That's lore.
Jason has gone to
That's
hell
how come every
and
time you
come
hear
back.
this. That's how come every time you hear this. That's just him teleporting.
That's him teleporting.
That's him teleporting.
Yeah. Yeah, Jason can teleport. I don't
Because
know. That's not supernatural to...
Because this is the crazy thing. In Freddy versus Jason, what happened? The lady escaped the hospital, got in her car, drove across, ran through the woods. Ran through the woods, and then the machete just came through the tree.
Ran straight into a machete. So you're telling me Jason traveled, 15 miles?
That nigga walks.
You telling me Jason Usain bolted, broke the world record, land speed record.
Yep.
He outpaced a car. You feel me? Pennywise existed since Earth was formed. Jason was just an angry camper that drowned.
Yes, true. But unfortunately, beyond the realms of humanity lies Jesus, angels,
in
God,
hell.
Satan,
Right, that's what I'm
devils.
saying.
And
That's what I'm saying.
and that beats
right.
the
that beats this. That
This.
beats aliens.
yes.
That beats aliens.
Aliens are in
Worlds beyond this reality beats aliens. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Jason is outside of that.
because literally, what was it? The third or fourth film, it was called Jason Goes to Hell. Yeah.
Jason goes to hell.
So when he goes to hell, that means he's no longer human.
He's no longer human. And then that's when, he traded his soul, or his mom or someone traded his soul or something like that to come back, and terrorize Camp Crystal Lake.
Yep.
You know what
But
I'm
now,
saying?
and he's not even bound
Now
by
he's not even bound by Camp
Crystal Lake.
either.
Yeah.
Like, that motherfucker said, "Oh, you thought it was just the water, bro? No, I got you.
Yeah, but
I got you."
But I get what you're saying, Jimmy. But it's like,
But Jimmy, you can't move the goalposts, brother. Like, okay, Pennywise existed since Earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, Pennywise been demoted to your living category. But then he says Jason is only alive from plot armor. Well, that's canon.
that's canon.
If all of Pennywise's powers is plot armor,
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If it's written, that's written. That's lore. That's canon.
We're going based off of the
right.
the
You see what I'm saying? It's like, okay, prime example, Chucky, right? Chucky's technically immortal because he could just keep saying the same voodoo spell over and over and over and over and over and over
But
again.
what he did was he separated the soul into six
different dolls.
Yep. So
You see
when
what I'm
one
saying?
doll dies, it just jumps
On his Voldemort shit.
Power.
Oh, man.
Hey, boy who lives.
Lord Chucky. Lord Chuck.
Oh,
Chuck.
man. Him pulling the I didn't do it.
I didn't do it. What the fuck? But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's in the lore.
Yeah.
I'm not saying Pennywise is like
Weak.
ass.
Yeah.
He's not weak. He's pretty broken in his own right. It's just the rules that apply to Pennywise
Don't apply to Jason.
don't apply to Jason. Like, for Jason, there is no outsmarting him or some secret psychological thing. His
instinct is just to kill.
His instinct is just
Kill.
kill
That's it.
by any means necessary.
Necessary.
There's no meaning behind it. I need to harvest your soul and, feed
Or
off
I
of
need to
fear.
eat. Yeah, I need to
Or
eat.
I need to eat, or I'm hungry, or I need to instill a certain level of fear so I can keep existing. See, at some point, what if people just stop believing Pennywise?
Yeah. Or when they stop fearing, that also makes them weak too.
Right, that also makes them weak too. All right, so what if I learn the secret to Pennywise, right? And then I tell everybody,
Get over your fear.
get over your fear.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
It's
Face
just-
your fears.
It's just like Jeepers Creepers 3. Everybody
Right.
wasn't scared of Jeepers Creepers anymore.
Yeah.
So they started hunting them.
So they started hunting him, and then he became afraid.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, once you flip the script on these guys, then it's over. Who's flipping the script on Jason?
Nobody.
Nobody. Nobody. What? Jason is him. He is him.
Yeah, like I said, I agree with you, Jimmy. If they'd never added the supernatural element to Jason and he was just like
Just a regular guy.
extremely immune to pain like
Right.
Michael Myers, then we would be fine.
Right.
But they jumped on the level of he went to hell and
He
came
went to
back
hell and came
to the
back,
point where
right.
he can actually fight Freddy Krueger.
Exactly.
So,
right. And he was in control in his dream.
yeah.
Right? A dream world where Freddy's supposed to be the most powerful guy in the dream world, and Jason's boxing you in the dream.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, what are we doing, Like, what are we really, like, how are you really beating him? You can't beat him in his dream.
Yeah.
Okay, push him in the water. Okay, now he's stunned.
Yep.
And then he just shakes himself out of it.
Yep.
I've seen that where, like,
Well, look what happened at the end of Freddy versus Jason. He just walked out of the
he
water.
just walked out of the water.
with Freddy Krueger's head. So there you go.
You see what I'm saying? He beat Freddy. Freddy went to hell, too.
Yeah, he gets.
Freddy's a high-ranking demon.
Yeah, he gets his powers from dream demons.
Yeah, from dream demons. Yeah. Snot says Pennywise thrives going to group therapy for clinical
Anxiety.
I'm dead. Pennywise just camping outside the fucking psychiatrist's office.
Right.
What the fuck? Jimmy says, all right, well then they make it 3 and Pennywise comes back. I don't want to hear Jason is stronger. But it's still the same rules.
Yeah.
Pennywise can come back a million fucking times. You can still beat Pennywise the same way over and over and over and over and over.
Well,
again. You're not really beating Jason.
Well, in It Chapter 2, that's basically what they did.
Right.
They went back. They went back to the town
Right.
to defeat him because remember they're trying to get the same kids in Chapter 2, and two of them, one ended up unaliving himself because of the fear of going back, and then the other one got it. The Pennywise ended up unaliving another one because the fear came back. So one killed themselves, and then the other one ended up so scared of Pennywise that Pennywise was able to
come back.
Yeah, able to come back. Yeah.
But yeah. So now, if we're doing all right, so if they make a It 3 and Pennywise, well, yeah, we're on Jason X. That's like the 10th fucking movie. Like Jason 99, 20, 50, 65. You know what I'm saying? Jason been coming back. Jason spun the block infinite times.
That man went through the atmosphere.
Jason has no ops left.
He's like, I gotta go back to hell.
That's what I'm saying. Jason was so bored. He's like, throw me in a fucking game, bro. He said, throw me in Dead by Daylight, bro.
Oh man,
so I can hunt niggas. That's crazy. What? What are we talking about?
No, I feel it.
Jason is beyond Pennywise. Pennywise is just an alien. At the end of the day,
He's in the that's what
he's
he
an
is.
alien.
And that's the plot armor they gave him.
And then he's so rules-based specific.
I need kids to get fear so I can lure them in the sewers so I can eat them. If they're not afraid.
That's a lot.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
That's a lot to just
Right?
eat.
Okay. And then in the big 2-5, right? What kids? Hey, kid, come here. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, be for real.
In 2025?
Be for real.
No.
Be for real. But in 2025, you hear.
No.
You hear that? You're still fucked. You're still cooked. I don't care if you got an iPhone or a camcorder. I don't care if it's 4K or 240p. Jason's still fucking you up in the big 2-5. Pennywise, no. You said yourself.
That man can take all of Vic's bullets and it
That's
still
what
wouldn't do
I'm saying.
nothing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's spooky work. I think we're talking too much.
No, I keep kicking it.
Why you kicking it?
I don't know.
Why you keep kicking it?
I don't know.
You got the zoomies.
I got the zoobies.
It says that. So Pennywise says that he can erase Jason. It says that Pennywise can erase. What?
Oh, he's reading the lore. He's probably reading the lore.
It says Pennywise.
Whatever he's reading
I
says.
don't know what he's reading.
Yeah.
It says Pennywise can devour the energy that's the stage Jason's resurrection loop. This was starve Jason's.
Oh, he put it in chat
leaving
GPT.
him as an in there. Okay, but Jason's not afraid of Pennywise. You don't even get to that step.
That's true. That's true.
Jason's not afraid of Pennywise. You don't even get to that step. That's the problem,
Because
Jimmy.
It needs you to.
There's so many activations. There's so many levels to
Well,
really
not just
see.
that. Jason needs to have fear in order for
Right.
Pennywise
Jason
to
ain't
feed
scared
off.
of shit. What the fuck are we talking about? Jeff is kicking feet, talking to us, cheesy.
I'm excited. I love talking about this stuff, bro.
Oh man,
I get excited when you guys talk about this stuff.
Yeah, that's
because
what
it's
I'm
like
saying.
you guys challenge me. So
like, yeah, you're getting to his abilities, but like, we're talking about matchups. You
Yeah.
know, we're not talking about individual 1v like you versus the.
because remember his Pennywise's entire thing is fear based. If Jason doesn't fear nothing, then how do you feed off of that energy?
You feel me?
Oh, clown.
A clown. Wham. A clown. What?
What's up?
What you mean? He could just drag Pennywise to hell, bro. What are we talking about, bro? What the fuck?
What does he say?
He just cha-cha fucking Pennywise back to fucking Satan. And oh, yeah, here he is. Here he is, you know? You know? CC says,
What type?
what type of character do you think would be in a horror film? Snot would defeat the demon with a quick 10-minute call.
I know the Jess would not go
You'd be
investigate.
curious. You'd be the curious blonde. Crazy word. Crazy word. But yeah, like in terms of, yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jimmy. So like, are you speaking in terms of a survival, or it's you, the human, versus these individuals, or them 1v1?
1v1ing each other.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, that's what I need to understand. Like, that's what I mean. And when I say the goalposts, I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm just saying because it's like, are we surviving Pennywise and Jason, or are they facing each other? Like a Freddy versus Jason. Odin says, hello, is someone there, head ass?
In the haunted house.
In the haunted house.
Yeah.
It's not, wait, what would I do? Yeah, so I do give blonde energy. I get it from my mom. That's crazy. What? Nah. Cece, I think you would yap the ghost to death, bro. You yap the fuck out that ghost. He's like, yeah,
man.
nope, send me back. Unsummon me. What the fuck? The ghost would have thought you speak in tongues, Cece. Like, damn, I never heard these words, bro.
Oh, man.
Oh, I love it. I love it. What the fuck? The source of Jason is the source of Jason's fear. Pennywise eats fear. His source is fear. Pennywise would eat Jason's source. I'm so confused.
Yeah, I got confused by that.
Are we doing a survivability
Hold on,
or Jason would look like a meal to Pennywise because his source to regeneration is fear?
Yeah, but there's no fear.
Jason is an immortal, grown-ass fucking man. What the hell is he afraid of?
That man is like
what are we talking about, bro?
6'5".
Like, how are you rationalizing Jason being afraid of a
220
fucking
pounds.
clown? Of a fucking clown. They took a shotgun to this man, bro. This man walked through fire. He fell from space, Jimmy! He survived the Earth's atmosphere. The Earth's atmosphere.
And got up and said.
And got up. Yes. What are we talking about? Fear? Like, fear. That's the same thing Freddy Krueger did. Go watch Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, you should watch that. And then watch Jason X too.
Right. You're literally saying Freddy versus Jason, but Freddy's a clown now.
Yeah. Yeah, I watch Freddy versus Jason and then watch Jason X.
Jason X
When he got,
you know what I'm saying?
Because in Jason X at the beginning of the film, they literally said we couldn't stop this thing.
So we shot him in the space.
No, so we cryogenically froze him.
Cryogenically,
and even during the cryogenic freezing,
yeah, they were in the future, right?
Yep.
They were in the year like 2095, and they're like, we can't stop this unstoppable fucking entity.
So we're just gonna.
So we're gonna cryo him.
So he's just gonna sleep.
So
because they couldn't stop him, they've cryogenically froze him, and he ended up escaping.
Nah, you need to get into Jason Lord, Jimmy. You'll
like it.
Yeah,
I think you'll like it.
You going way too hard for Pennywise, and Pennywise feeding off of scraps, dog. Pennywise
in a town that he can't leave.
In a town that he can't leave,
yeah.
bro. That's crazy work. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't mind. Like I said, Pennywise is pretty dope.
He said Jason was just chasing people with knives. Pennywise was truly terrifying people. I'll tell you this: he doesn't chase; he teleports.
Right. Pennywise was just kidnapping motherfuckers. If you want to talk about body counts, all right, let's line them up. Let's line up Pennywise versus Mr. Jason. Let's line up Pennywise versus Mr. Jason.
You're about to Google it?
Yep.
How many?
I'll just do Pennywise body count. Pennywise body count.
12,177.
Based on the Georgia Denbrough deaths. Another mass casualty influenced by Pennywise, such as the Kitchener Ironworks explosion in the Brandley Gang massacre. Detailed spreadsheet from a fan breaks down, including a base of 577,609, 20,000 from the Cycles of Pennywise returns. Okay, so
how many?
I don't even.
Oh, so you're getting different answers.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Before the film, so it actually has like. Okay, let's get into this lore.
Yeah, remember they showed old pictures from the new version.
Let's get into this lore.
He said Pennywise was just a PDF. If you
really think about it, bro, like them young. Right. So you could really get an insane.
Yeah, he didn't really go after adults. He only went
right.
after
He only
kids and
went
teenagers,
after children, which goes to show you, like what is he really afraid of? Total incalculable, but documented 492.
Okay. What about
Jason?
Yeah.
Mr. Voorhees.
Can you put it through that?
What, this?
Yeah, like search it or no?
Maybe I can do. Yeah, you're actually right. Yeah. Let's see. Can I find him?
Is he on there?
I see Art Ghostface, the Grabber.
Whoa, hey, yo.
You what?
What the fuck? Nope, I might have to Google.
Google. Jason's.
Jason Voorhees.
Odin's like, bro needed younglings to be relevant, whereas Jason didn't care who it was.
Bro, Jason was going, what? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy, yeah. That motherfucker been absolutely unstoppable. Oh, is that his mom?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because his
mom was
Yeah.
right. Yeah. And then he had the knapsack in the beginning, right?
Yes.
He had the sack over his head.
And then he found the mask in the second one.
Mm-hmm. Total franchise deaths over 200. Where's the same place that I went to? The whole.
Is that it?
Is it the body count? Hopefully it has a total on the bottom. Jason goes to hell.
Yep.
Boy, that's crazy. Mrs. Voorhees. Yeah, I want to know the total.
Where the tweakers at?
Debo, where the tweakers? Pennywise literally was teleporting. He done everything and more of what Jason can do. Teleporting ain't shit to Pennywise.
Pennywise has teleportation powers?
Does he?
I don't know.
Do 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 do.
Yeah, he can.
He can teleport?
Within the town, though. Within the town of Derry. And disappear seemingly at will. This is one of its many supernatural abilities, which also includes shape-shifting, manipulation, illusion, and telekinesis. But his teleportation is limited. While teleportation is impressive, it seems to be primarily confined to the boundaries of Derry itself, as the creature and the town are they're linked.
All right, so bam. So here are Pennywise's weakness. Psychological weakness, courage and lack of fear, mockery. So flame his ass. Flame him. Belief, people's collective belief in a specific weakness. So if you believe that this thing can hurt him, for example, in the book, the belief that a wooden stake could kill a vampire also applied to the werewolf form that Pennywise took, making it also vulnerable to silver bullets. So if enough people believe a specific weakness, you can attribute that weakness to him.
Man.
Physical attacks. While it's not ultimate weakness, physical attacks can harm Pennywise and force it to retreat, especially if it's in a tangible form like werewolf. Shape-shifting limitations. When Pennywise takes a physical form, it is susceptible to the weakness of that form. For instance, its werewolf form is vulnerable to silver bullets, which wound it enough to force retreat. Other weaknesses. Groups. Pennywise is weaker when confronted by a group. It has to divide its power to create different forms to scare each person.
It messes up because it cannot
connect everyone.
Multiple.
Yeah, it's not omniscient. Notes or omnipresent.
So it's only strong by itself.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
The Ritual of Chud. In the novel, the Ritual of Chud is the only way to... Crazy word.
What's the Ritual of Chud?
We don't want to know.
Okay.
All right.
I'm not going to know.
Stick up Jason's weakness. Oh, bam. All right. Fear of water. Jason has a deep psychological fear of water stemming from his childhood nearly drowning, which can be exploited. For example, Freddy vs. Jason, fear of the water is brought to the surface in the dream world. Physical limitations. While incredibly durable, he's not indestructible. He can be stopped by severe physical trauma, such as decapitation, dismemberment, or being blown to smithereens. In some versions, Jason can be slow and struggles to keep up with moving targets, especially in the water. Notes the deadliest fiction work. Outsmarted. He's not very smart and can be outsmarted by his victims. This just takes me to AI. Weakness in video games. Different versions of Jason, Friday the 13th, the game has specific weakness. Certain versions have a lower defense and stun resistance, making them easier to stun and potentially unmask. Okay, that's a game. Ability cooldown. Oh, man. Ability cooldown. Okay. So, All right. So if this is a 1v1, and I'm guessing this is where you want to take this, Jimmy, because the original statement was survivability and not necessarily 1v1. In terms of survivability, I still think Jason is more dangerous. But if you want to say 1v1,
it says, yes, Jason can teleport in some official video games and in some films, though it is often presented more as a result of off-screen entrance of the character panicked in the films. His teleportation is also a key ability in Friday the 13th.
Jason has more weakness. If you blow his head off, he's done, and you can trap him. And all I gotta do is believe it is a fucking, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like in films the moments that look like teleportation are often explained by a combination of the character's speed's ability and the victim's panicking, causing them to misjudge the situation. However, there is many scenes where Jason seems to appear out of nowhere. Particularly in Jason Takes Manhattan's and consider this to be teleportation, saying users. So yes, Jason does have teleportation. We're not talking about before he dies. We're talking about after he dies and comes back.
So he says Jason has more weakness. Besides what, physical damage?
But we don't know if that's before or after.
I feel that. All right. See, all right. So let's go to, yeah, I guess this is more. Is that what it says? Bullshit. Bullshit. Where's his weakness? All right, I guess it'll be under here, right? Natural ability, master hand-to-hand combat.
Get the fuck out of here. You mean cutting people in half? Oh, man.
Superhuman strength, limited regeneration. Jason has survived various injuries that would disable normal people to continue his killing sprees, though decapitation and big explosions can kill him, similar to Michael Myers. Although it seems nothing can truly kill Jason forever thanks to his regenerative properties and resurrection.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Pain suppression. Jason is shown to resist physical pain, such as getting his hand cut, his leg stabbed, or getting hit in the head with an axe. Stealth mastery. Jason's killing style mostly relies on stealth to get his victims without anyone noticing he's there. Most notably shown, he can kill many people in one house without anyone hearing him, while planting bodies everywhere without making a sound. Feral mind. Deadly accuracy. Swimming, speed, escape, intuition, soft spots. Supernatural ability. Yeah. This is where, if he's defeated, he can always be resurrected. Yeah. So, and when he's resurrected, he becomes more powerful. Mm-hmm. So, there you go. Bullet immunity. How do you really kill someone that doesn't feel pain? I guess he's not afraid of death.
Hypnotic heart. What is that?
Hypnotic heart. If he's blown to bits, his heart can hypnotize people.
Yes, you're right.
Yes, and they turn to
Jason, because they'll eat his heart. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
So they'll eat his heart.
They ate his heart.
And
then they became him because he became, a demon after he went to hell. So all you got to do is eat his heart.
And you become him.
That's crazy.
See, upon eating the heart,
yes. If he is blown to bits, possession. Upon eating the heart, the person will be possessed by his soul while still maintaining his abilities. Although he can only be reborn through another Voorhees. He can also possess other people through oral contact,
there you go,
leaving the former host to gruesomely melt away. He seems to lose his ability once he's killed by his niece, Jessica Kimball.
There you go.
And then stabbed him in the heart with a special dagger as he was dragged to hell.
Hell, yeah.
As in Jason X having his head blown off by KM-14
Didn't work.
made him incapacitated. Parasite physiology. He's the host.
What does that say right there? Apparent
Teleportation.
Mm-hmm.
Oxygen independence. He doesn't need to breathe because he's dead. I don't know, bro. I don't know. If it's a 1v1, sure, we could do like a Jason versus Pennywise. But in terms of, survivability, I still say Jason over Pennywise.
Smoke.
Starting from smoke, right?
Yeah, 1v1.
1v1, Jason is breaking Pennywise back.
Mm-hmm.
All Jason got to do is think about Pennywise's big-ass forehead and push back hairline to hurt his feelings, and it's over. What are we talking about?
Oh, man.
I'm dead as fuck. You don't know when Pennywise is attacking you. He bends reality. Jason don't give a fuck about reality. He went to hell. He went to hell. What has Jason not seen? What has Jason not seen, bro? What has Jason not seen, bro? How would you know the difference of someone robbing you or is it an illusion? I'm gonna tell you the guy, you're not real. LOL. Boom. I'm dead. If I had that ability, nobody mom is. Nobody mom is safe.
Oh,
bro.
man. But now we'll end it there.
We'll end it there.
All we can do is read the
yeah, like I say, you know what I'm saying.
I mean, we went to the website. We can link it if you want.
Yeah. Because I do know it has other people too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember I saw Pennywise earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the one we were just on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So we read Pennywise's.
Yeah. So we'll
That's what I'm saying. And like Jason, they're just listing them the fuck off.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, here's where it just doesn't even matter. Regeneration, resurrection.
Yeah. And possession.
Yeah. So, like I said, he went to hell. The fact that he went to hell means he's already a demon.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, you're essentially saying an alien life form versus a demon. Otherworldly demon with the host of a fucking juggernaut.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I don't know. Because you're trying to ground Jason as a human, but Jason is no longer human. He stopped being human a long time ago.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, you could blow him up, but resurrection.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Possession.
Mm-hmm.
Regeneration.
Yep.
All right, sir. All right.
Great combo.
Great combo.
Yeah.
Great combo. But like I said, if it's a 1v1, it's up in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I said, what else can...
I think that's what it was, especially with Freddy versus
Right.
Jason.
Freddy
like
versus
people
Jason.
wanted to see the 1v1 and see where it landed.
Mhm.
They both ended up.
I would have loved to see a Mike Myers.
Oh, that'd been.
What? It would be like fucking. What was it? Hobbs versus
Shaw.
No, Dom.
Oh
Yeah, it would be Hobbs versus Dom.
Dumb.
Be Hobbs versus Dom.
But yeah, that was it.
All right, Snot Dog 7893. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Appreciate you guys.
All right, guys. I appreciate you for letting us break down the different types of the transition and evolution of horror films and how they scare, or how they create the scare, or how different the scare is. But we'll be back on Tuesday with Cock and Glizzy.
Crazy.
You what?
Guys. Jeff.
Take us home, Jeff.
If you want to watch our ugly mugs on Tuesdays and Thursdays, We're on Facebook, Kick, Twitch, and also listen to our ugly mugs on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Pandora, Deezer, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and now YouTube Music. We also have our YouTube channel, one word, Tabletop Topics, our Triple T's Clips channel, and our TikTok. So if you click on the links, it'll take you directly to the episodes, and of course we have timestamps so you can navigate throughout. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell, and of course leave us a comment. Again, guys, thank you again for joining us at the tabletop. You have a good night, weekend, evening, and day, and we'll see you guys on Tuesday.
See ya, guys.
Have a good night.
Good night, guys. Good night, Elvira. Appreciate you stopping by. Much
Smoke,
love.
good night. Debo.
Odin, take it easy. Jimmy.
Jimmy, thank you again for always having us.
Yes, sir. Good night, Snot. Good night, CC. We love it. Shrimp. I know I saw your ass earlier.
Yeah, you hiding.
What?
He's like silent.
What? Silent watching.
Silent watching.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you stopping by. Are they gonna get a gameplay this weekend? No, you're busy. You're working. You're slaving.
I might be able to do it Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah, I might be able to do it Sunday.
Okay.
No problem. I'll return with Spooderman. Spooderman Part 3. Yuck.
Good night, y'all.
Good
Bald
night.
heads in the chat. Yes, sir. Bye.
They were my best friends growing up. From Black Can.
And I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared too.
Meanwhile, you bag, it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy. That was They were my best friends growing up. From Black Can.
And I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared too.
Meanwhile, you bag, it smelled like straight horse booty, bro. That's crazy. That was They were my best friends growing up. From Black Can.
And I didn't want to leave the hotel. I was scared.